Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
Good morning, John Fugelsang.
Good morning, Mooks. Happy North Carolina Eve. And can I just say how proud I am of me for all those hundreds of hours I spent angrily debating politics with Mark Robinson on that porn site. Let me tell you, every time I logged in back in the day, I would have the most vicious... I pushed back against this guy in the many hundreds of hours I spent on that site, enjoying tranny porn myself. So I just so vindicated by everything. Can you believe he's a trans hater who watches trans porn? He's a black man who hates black people. He claims to be a Jesus follower, but he hates Jews. And he's pro-life, but he has abortions. We have found the most Republican that has ever lived. He's picked at zero.
I mean, come on. We haven't been to Durham since 2011. This is. Do we need any more sign that God is a sexy liberal that this Mark Robinson story breaks today? I mean and he had till midnight last night to drop out, and now they have to carry him to term. And it's fantastic. Yes, John.
I want him on that wall. I need him on that wall. Democrats, this is why we should have fought to keep George Santos. Wise up. Keep these guys there. He's perfect, just as he is.
You know, by the way, I loved your tweet to Oprah's point that we just played from last night. You said I talk about a lot about WTF fatigue in the age of comb-over Caligula. It's the never-ending fire hose of WTFs designed to distract and fry our outrage circuits. In one 5-day period, one, worst debate performance by a POTUS in history, doubling down on racist headline-grabbing lies about Haitian and migrants eating pets, 48-hour Laura Loomer psychodrama distraction, petulant unmanly post about Taylor Swift, and assassination attempt that actually wasn't. So the worst debate performance ever less than a week ago is already 5 WTFs ago. Mainstream media has almost stopped covering it, and that debate was a distraction from the horrendous Arlington story, now completely and successfully forgotten. I mean, talk about exhaustion. Oh my God, just a morning's news cycle includes all that.
That's how it is. We're all wiped out emotionally from this man. I coined WTF fatigue back in 2018, and I've started talking about it again now because the fire hose has been turned back on. Look, Donald Trump's not good at many things, Stephanie. He's not good at being a businessman, not good at bottled water companies, board game companies. He couldn't run a casino in Atlantic City. Not good at being a husband, not good at being a dad, not good at being a president, but he's great at flooding the zone with crap. He's great at controlling a media narrative. So you got to look at the fact that this assassination, and the media is still calling it, what do they call not an assassination, an apparent assassination attempt.
Yeah.
What's wrong with wannabe? You know, when he never shoots off his gun, and he never even has Donald Trump in his sights, and he's never anywhere near Donald Trump, where's the apparent part? It's a wannabe, but Steph, even that's been forgotten. The guy it was on Sunday.
Yeah.
The media's forgotten it by now.
Yeah. It's just, we were saying, and on cue, there's another Matt Gaetz, sex scandal leak. It's just, and it's like you've always pointed out, it's the hypocrisy of this party that for so long has claimed to own family values and God and Christianity. And oh my God, right?
Repeatedly, you read the damn Bible, Jesus doesn't get mad at sinners. He forgives sinners. He says, I came for sinners. He doesn't get hung up about people's sexuality or what they do with their hookups. He gets mad at hypocrites, conservative religious bosses who preach the letter of the law but have no love for actual people who are struggling. I mean, these people are so outrageously anti-Jesus. You don't need to believe in Jesus to call out their flock fleeting Pharisee blasphemy.
Can I just say, Jody and I were talking, we'll play it for you. I don't know if you happen to catch it, but oh my God, this Oprah town hall with Kamala last night, but the family of the gal that died in Georgia, leaving a 6-year-old son and had to suffer for 20 hours. All she needed was a DNC. She drove to, North Carolina. The fetus didn't clear, properly. And anyway,
they so many times. It's going to keep happening.
Yep. And we were
it's
talking about
not
Lawrence
Trump.
O'Donnell choked up the other day. He said his mother had to have a D&C when he was 6, and he was trying to imagine them telling him, his mother died, on a medical procedure that, how many millions and millions of people have had and needed. But this moment, let me just, give me, the mom and the 2 sisters were there.
19.
If you could watch this and not cry. So this is Oprah, 19, Oprah.
Amber's mother, Shanette, and older sisters, CJ and Andrika, are here, and they wanted to be here tonight to speak out for the first time. Ms. Shanette, what do you want us to know about Amber's story?
Initially, I did not want the public to know my pain. I wanted to go through in silence, but I realized that it was selfish. I want y'all to know Amber was not a statistic.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, she was a person with a family that loved her and a little 6-year-old. The last thing she said was, please take care of my son, as she's going into what should have been a simple medical procedure that she got 20 hours ago. But you just said, John, the Bible, Judaism, and Jesus never ban abortion. 2 generations of Christians have been groomed to prioritize something Jesus never mentioned over all he actually commanded. This is why the opposite of everything Jesus taught was elected president by evangelicals in 2016. I think you were responding to someone who was bashing Steph Curry, who said we need to be in a position where women have the right to choose. And she says celebrity Christian Stephen Curry. Wow, what is Trump if Steph Curry is a celebrity Christian, right? On why he's endorsing Kamala Harris. Curry supposedly attends a solid church. If it's true, his pastors and elders need to call him to repentance. Oh my God, John.
There's no denying it, the vibes are really good right now. But vibes alone won't save our democracy. We need votes. At the Grassroots Democrats HQ, we know what it takes to win elections. Knocking doors, making calls, sending texts, and writing postcards. If we're going to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and give them the Democratic Congress to pass their agenda, then we need to roll up our sleeves and talk to a record number of voters between now and November 5th. But let's be clear, we can't do it without you. So, are you ready to work? This is a fight for freedom and our future, and everything is at stake. Don't wake up on November 6th wishing you had done more. Join us. Go to grassrootsdems.org today to sign up to volunteer, and let's go win this thing.